What's up, guys? My name is Roshan, or I have a Camaro on the forums, and welcome to today's episode of Thrifty vs. 50. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about two different methods of claying. One is the original clay, the clay bar, and this is the Meguiars clay bar found in, I believe, the clay bar kits. Pretty much, you can get them everywhere. Walmart, AutoZone, I think Home Depot and Lowe's even carry them. I think they give you two of these bars. I've actually used this before, and thank you Thor Yamaha for sending me this. I really appreciate it. But I have used this before, and I actually did like it a lot, so this is a good piece of clay that I can compare it to. And it's a pretty, I would say, it's anywhere between fine and ultra fine clay. It's not, I don't think it's medium. It's not that abrasive, so it's a good comparison for this next product. This next product is, and you know, I can never say this name properly. There's 4 words. It's Speedy Surface Prep Towel, I believe. It's by SM Arnold. This is the fine version. You can get this pretty much only over online. You have to order it. I wouldn't recommend the medium version. I would recommend the fine version, the one that I have here. And as you can see, it's quite a bit larger. So, you know, when I had to decide which one was Thrifty and which one was 50, it was a little bit difficult because this bar is not too expensive. You can get similar bars for probably anywhere between $5 and $10, and this was $50. So, on the initial price, yeah, this is definitely the more expensive version than this. But if you're going to be cleaning your car often enough, like say 2 or 3 years, this actually ends up becoming less expensive over time because you can keep on reusing it, whereas you have to throw this guy away. So while I'm going to say that the Meguiars clay bar is the Thrifty option and this is the 50 option, if you do plan on using your car for a long time and keeping your car for a long time, or rather, if you plan on claying your car or other people's cars for a long time, this would be your Thrifty option because it can be used 100 times. The manufacturer states it can be used up to 100 times. So lots of durability here versus one-time use. But for simplicity's sake, Thrifty 50. So I'm going to go ahead and start comparing them on the hood. The clay lubricant that I'm using is Ultima Waterless Wash. And of course it's a waterless wash, but it can also be used as a clay lubricant and quick detailer, so I'm going to go ahead and compare it using it as a clay lube. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I have my Meguiars clay over here, and I'm just going to call it the Speedy Prep Towel. I know it's called something else, Surface Speedy Prep Towel, something or another. So I mean, claying wise, let's just go ahead and clay it, and then I'm going to talk about some differences in between it and what my final conclusion is. Alright, so I finished about, 2/3 of the trunk, and so I'm going to show you a few things. So obviously, if you guys haven't ever seen clay before, which I highly doubt, you see clay, you can see the dirt in there, and you can tell it's time to re-knead. Over here, you don't see anything, you just see the brown. So I would say that's a pretty big difference. You know when to knead on this versus you don't know when to knead on that. As far as feel, both of them clayed pretty well. I mean, both of them you can feel both of them pretty slick. Tactile feel is good on both of them. When you're rubbing it, you can feel when there's the above surface contaminants, and you can feel when they're not there anymore and they're embedded in the clay. And you get the exact same feeling, the same exact tactile feeling with this towel. So, I mean, this is pretty much going to be my conclusion. Both work well. I mean, I'd say the biggest advantage is the visual advantage to clay. That's the biggest advantage for clay. I'd say the biggest advantage for the Speedy Prep Towel is the fact that it's quick, that you can go over a bigger surface. I know I'm probably going to speed up the video of me claying. So just so you guys know, it did take me, I'd say, anywhere between half to 2/3 of the time to clay the same area of the trunk as it did for me with clay. And that's not including the time that you would have to re-knead this clay, because you don't want to use this clay now that there's the contaminants on it. So including the kneading part of the clay, the towel works much faster, because all you got to do is flip to another side. Now, of course, you have to rinse it when all 4 sides have been used, but I've done that before, and that literally takes no more than 10 seconds. Whereas claying, you probably have to do one every panel. So, what would my conclusion be? My final line would be, I think the Speedy Prep Towel is worth it if you're going to be claying. I mean, if you plan on claying for quite a while, then there's no reason you shouldn't just invest in the beginning with the towel. I know it's $50 the first time, and use whatever clay you have left, but then don't really get any more clay. I know some people may think that you need it for like certain small areas, like over here or something, but you can do that just as well with the towel. Even mirrors, I've never had any problems using this towel. So they're like, in terms of small body panels, I've never had any problems. With that said, I think this is definitely the winner in my book. Both work well. It's totally up to you, but if you're going to be claying for a long time, I don't see why you wouldn't get this towel. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching Thrifty vs. 50. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below on the YouTube page, or if you're on the forums, just, post on the forum thread. And if you like this video, please like it and share it, and I'd really appreciate it if you do that. Thank you.